Welcome back to PPR's Hot Lap and Setup Guide. We're on board with SloppyMcFloppy as he makes his way down the pit straight here at Circuit of the Americas in USA. It's going to go all the way up to 7th gear, braking just around the black box on the right there, down to 2nd gear to bite into this turn, back up to 3rd gear, coming tight around these S's now, all the way up into 7th gear, keeping it flat for the first couple turns, and then dropping it down to 6 to bite in for this left-hander, and again down to 5th for this next right-hander. Coming down to 4th here, up to 5th shortly, back down to 4th, keeping it nice and easy on the throttle through this section. You can get very loose here, then back on the throttle through this kink, using as much of the curve as possible, braking now just before the 50-meter board, down to 2nd gear to bite in, a little bit of 1st as well, short shifting back up to 2nd, now up to 3rd on the throttle, then going to activate that DRS as soon as you can, screaming down this straight. Going to get all the way up into 8th gear. For this next braking point, we're going to look just around the 50-meter board, hard on the brakes before clipping this apex down in 2nd gear. Coming up to 4th gear now, up to 5th shortly before biting in on 3rd gear, pushing it very wide now, back on the throttle easily, taking this a bit wide on entry and then cutting down to 2nd gear and pushing it wide on the exit, back up into 3rd, flat on the throttle through this right-hander, trying to clip that apex there, and again, for that triple apex on this turn, pushing out wide now, down to 5th gear through this left-hander, keeping it on track as not to invalidate, hard on the brakes here, down to 3rd gear, clipping this apex as well, pushing it out wide, activating that DRS and coming across the line. Now we'll take a look at that setup that Sloppy used for his hot lap around COTA. For the aerodynamics, the front wing's going to be at 3 and the rear wing's going to be at 6. For the transmission, on throttle will be 75%, while the off throttle will be 62%. Suspension geometry is going to be at -2.7 for the front camber, -2.0 for the rear camber, 0.1 for the front toe, and 0.2 for the rear toe. Suspension will be 1.5, anti-roll bar at 2.7, and the ride height at 3.4. Brake pressure is going to be at 84%, with that front brake bias at 54%. For the tires, the front tires are going to be at 24.2, and the rears at 21.9. This has been your Hot Lap and Setup Guide, courtesy of SloppyMcFloppy and Capita Hood. We'll catch you guys next time.